Hey, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Whatever time of the day you're watching this video, welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. Right now, I am currently driving through the town of Fairmont, Indiana. This town has a current population of about 3,000 people, 2,975 people to be more specific. It is, for those of you that still work 9-to-5 storefront type of employments, it is 45 minutes north of Noblesville, Indiana, which Noblesville is a suburb of Indianapolis. And this town is almost smack dab in the middle between Indianapolis and Fort Wayne. It's an hour and 12 minutes outside of Indianapolis, and it's an hour and 2 minutes outside of Fort Wayne. And it's 19 minutes away from Marion, Indiana. I mean, this town of Fairmont, Indiana is in Grant County. And once again, it's a relatively quiet town. Housing prices out here aren't too bad. I mean, I haven't taken the time to look at any homes out this way to see if there's any currently for sale. This is just one of those videos that at the very last minute, I decided to come out here and make a video. I mean, ever since I've made videos the last time, this is the first video that I made to where there was actually snow on the ground. Because some of the other videos I made that you guys will see, there's not going to be no snow on the ground because I pre-recorded those videos. This video, obviously, you guys see that there's snow on the ground. So I thought I would just go ahead and do a video where you guys can see snow on the ground, because here in the wonderful state of Indiana, it does snow. Now I'm pretty sure here in Fairmont, Indiana, if any houses are currently for sale for under $50,000, I'm pretty sure somebody will come and grab those properties up rather swiftly, because once again, this is a relatively quiet and safe town, and the population here is growing. Ever since 2010, the population has grown about 3% here, which, I'm not going to say people are kicking the door down to move here, but for people who are looking for a small town living, this is not a bad town to live in. Like I said, you drive 45 minutes south to Noblesville, Indiana. There's plenty of employment opportunities out that way to be had. And there's also a growing number of you individuals who are currently working from your home, whether it be YouTube or whether it be some other type of online work. So for those of you who permanently work from home, this is a nice little town to at least consider when looking for a home base. And one thing I want to talk about just briefly is, for those of you that are currently out here looking for some wonderful low price real estate, like I do on a regular basis, I just want to, for those of you that don't know this already, I just want to forewarn you that if you choose to deal with the agent, like honestly, whether you're looking to buy a lower price property or you're looking to sell a property to where it may not be worth much more than maybe, what did it say, 50,000 bucks. So if you fit any of those two categories, I just want to forewarn you that if you should choose to hire a real estate agent to help you out, which most of us do, because most of us assume if we hire a real estate agent, one, they know what the hell they're doing, and since they know what they're doing, since they know all the real estate laws inside out, at least they should, it makes our lives a lot easier because we don't have to worry about all that. It'll be in their hands to deal with. That real estate agent is basically a attorney or a lawyer, if you will, when it comes to real estate. I mean, their job is to represent you as a client. You know, like if you're trying to sell a house, their job is to make sure that you get the most amount of money as possible for your property. If you're looking to purchase, of course, their job is to make sure that you pay the least amount of money as possible for your purchase. Okay. But one thing which I have found out more and more over the last several years that I've been out here looking at and inquiring on lower price real estate, that $50,000 or less price range that I talk about on a regular basis. I mean, there's been a lot of cases where I might make a call to an agent to set up an appointment to view the property, and there's a handful of times that either A, if they even answer their phone, they'll give me some excuse of, I'm on vacation, I got church that day, I got family stuff to take care of. Then there's plenty of times where I might make a call to an agent and they don't even bother to answer their phone. Or two, they might call me several days to even a week or two after the fact. Like right now as I speak, there's this one property that I'm very much interested in. I mean, it's a nice it's a nice 2-story home. It sits on over an acre of land, which is here in Indiana. And the price on this property is, in my opinion, very reasonably priced. Now, this house does need some work. This house does need some work. And I'm willing to put in the work that this property needs. Now, I've called this particular agent 2 times already, and I have left my phone number with this agent twice, and not one time has this agent called me back. Now, I'm a pretty proactive individual, so tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and call some other realtors, and I'm gonna see if I can get in and look at this property. I mean, I've been in this house once before. I went in with another agent, but now that there's snow on the ground and there's most likely snow on the roof of this property, I want to get in and look at the house again to detect any type of leaking that might be going on due to there being snow on the roof. So yeah, I want to get into this property once again, take another look at everything, because if I like this property enough, which so far I like it a whole lot, there, you know, right now there's a very high possibility that I'm gonna go ahead and make this purchase of this property. Now, this house is way bigger than what I need. This house is way bigger than what I need. However, what I like about this property is I like the fact that one is secluded. It's not real close to other houses. The neighbors are not real close to each other. And like I said earlier, this particular piece of property comes with over an acre of land. Not that I need not that I need all that land, but hey, it would be nice if I had it. And like I said, I like the area. I like how quiet the area is. And I figure for around some odd $1,000, I can do some renovations to this property and have this property looking beautiful. I mean, this property was built in the 1800s, so it's definitely an older home, which is right up my alley. So yeah, for those of you that are out here looking to purchase a home, and you're looking at a lower price home, like I look at lower price houses, I mean, I just want to let you guys know that, you know, do not get discouraged. I mean, if you call the realtor that's on that listing, or if you call a realtor that's on that listing and they want to be lazy and don't want to take your call in a timely manner, I mean, a lot of times when you buy these cheaper priced properties, it's gonna be on you to be proactive and to take all the proper measures to make sure that you get what you want. I mean, rather it be going inside and looking at the property, rather it be the amount of money that you're willing to pay for the property. I mean, it's going to be on you to take some initiative to press on to these agents, and I guess force these agents to do their job. If it means getting on their last nerve, then goddamn it, get on their last nerve. I mean, I'm sorry to say that, but sometimes that's how you gotta do shit. Because a lot of times you got these, I mean, because you got to understand, a lot of these real estate, I mean, your real estate agents are paid strictly off of commission. So with that being said, the higher the property is priced, the higher the more the property is worth, the more money that the agent is going to get at the closing of that sale. So, you know, like for an example, if you're selling a piece of property that's worth $200,000, or you're buying a piece of property that's worth, let's say, $200,000, versus somebody else who might be buying or selling a piece of property that might only be worth around, what let's say, $40,000, most of these agents are going to do what I guess most people would do. They're going to go after the money. Wherever the most amount of money is at is where they're going to be. So if someone comes along and they say, hey, I got a piece of property for sale, and that piece of property is worth $100,000+, that agent is going to deal with that individual before they deal with the person who might have a piece of property that might only be worth, let's say, 20. I mean, that's just human nature. And I get that. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is, you're going to have to learn how to be a pest. You're going to have to learn how to get on people's last nerve to the point where they have no choice but to do their damn job. Because it's going to get to the point where, okay, they're going to wake the hell up and realize that if they want you to quit bothering them, then they're going to have to do what you asked them to do, which is to do their job as an agent and show you the property. I mean, me personally, and I actually learned this from my father, I have absolutely no problem whatsoever of making a complete pest out of myself when it comes to getting what I want. Like if I ask someone to do something, like if I ask an agent to, if I call an agent and I ask him to give me a call back so I can view the property, and he wants to sit around and stomp his feet, he wants to sit around and tap his feet up, and take his sweet time, I have absolutely no problem with making a complete pest out of myself. I don't care if people call me rude. I don't care. I mean, there's been people that have been real upset at me and calling me all kind of names because of how I go about getting what I want when it comes to real estate. Oh man, I gotta keep going here. I mean, I remember when I was in I mean, I probably shouldn't have done this, but I don't really care. But when I was in Montgomery, Alabama, looking at some houses, there's this one particular home which I liked a whole lot, except the price of this property was way more than what it should have been priced at. I mean, there's this property that the seller wanted $50,000 for it. I looked up I did some due diligence in the neighborhood of this particular property. The neighborhood was worth, I'm going to say, in the low $30,000 range. I would say the property itself was worth no more than maybe $33,000. So, you know, I called the seller. The seller had someone let me in to view the property, which was really good. So, after I viewed the property, I had a price in mind which I was willing to pay. And I did bear in mind that this house, I mean, the neighborhood wasn't bad. The house itself was in pretty decent condition. Wasn't perfect, but the condition of the property was decent. So I submitted an offer for $25,000, and they came back and told me that they couldn't take anything less than the $50,000 that they were asking. So, being the hardhead that I am, I went back again and I submitted an offer for, I think I submitted an offer for maybe $32,000. They came back and told me, sorry, we can't go no lower than 50. So finally I told them, okay, well, I'll tell you what. I mean, I told them straight up that I really liked the property, which ideally is something that you should not do. But I did it anyway. So I told them how I liked the property. So I told them, okay, I'll pay 35, and 35 is the most I'm gonna be willing to pay. So they came back again and told me that they couldn't accept anything less than 50, and then they proceeded to tell me all the repairs that they'd done to the property, which I knew a bunch of that was straight bullshit. So I emailed them back and I told them, well, I'm sorry that we're not going to be able to do business, because what you're wanting for this house is way too much. It's a ripoff. And I have been told by other people that saying stuff like that is rude, and I shouldn't say it like that, but I don't care. If I think your product is a ripoff, I'm going to tell you that your product is a ripoff. If you can't deal with the truth, then I don't know what to tell you other than maybe you shouldn't be an entrepreneur. But anyways, I told them straight up that what they were asking was a ripoff, and I wasn't going to be willing to pay that. So, needless to say, I did not buy that house. Now, I'm not saying that any of you people have to be as blunt as I am with people that try to hand me a bunch of bullshit. But what I'm saying is, don't put yourself in a position to where people are gonna screw you over. Don't ever put yourself in a position to where people are gonna screw you over. I mean, one thing that irks me, I guess, about more than anything, is when people try to lie to me. They lie to me because they want to sell me something that's overpriced, and they know it's overpriced. Like on this particular house that I'm speaking about, I mean, yes, they did do some repairs. I can tell they did some repairs. But if I had to put an estimate on the amount of money that was spent on the repairs, or the amount of labor per se that some employer may have paid for those repairs to be done, I would say that the amount of repairs that were done were probably no more than maybe $5,000 worth of repairs. And don't get me wrong, I have absolutely no problem with people making their money. I mean, you know, for those who go into business, you know, you go into business to make your money. I get it. I have no issue with that whatsoever. But where I get kind of irked a little bit is when people try to lie to me. And I know what they're saying is a lie. That's when I get real pissed off. And that's when I choose not to use a filter in what I want to say to the other person when I should be using a filter. You know, a few things that shouldn't be coming out my mouth will come out my mouth because, you know, sometimes I just don't got that filter. Oh, by the way, just so you guys know, I'm currently not in the town of Fairmont anymore. I decided to take a little detour and show you guys a little bit of the back roads of Indiana, if you will. So I decided to just kind of diversify this video a little bit by driving a little bit of the back roads. I guess just so you guys can see all the snow that we got. I mean, we didn't get a whole lot of snow. I mean, this, you know, actually this winter has been pretty mild. Now, I will say today has been a cold one. I mean, right now, it's like 11 degrees outside. When I woke up this morning, it was like 2 degrees. And right now, it's at 11 degrees. Yeah, honestly, I do not know exactly where I'm at right now as far as the name of the town that I'm in. I'm just driving through this area, just trying to make some good content for you people. And I want to take this opportunity to once again thank everyone who's been watching my videos. I try to do my best here at making decent content, because I understand when I make these videos, I don't do it just for views. I do it for many other reasons. I mean, number one, I enjoy looking at real estate. I enjoy driving through different areas. I mean, me getting out here and driving around like this is therapeutic. So I don't mind making these videos at all. As long as I got the time to do it, I have no problem doing these videos. I mean, like I said before, I would love to have it to where I start making money off of these videos. That way, I can quit working 9 to 5. And I can focus more on creating content for you people to watch. I mean, this is what I love to do right here. You know, I love driving through different cities and towns, and I love looking at real estate. I love talking to you people about what I know about real estate, what I might know about a particular town or city that I'm driving through. I mean, like I told you guys before, I'm a small town guy. So when you watch my videos, understand that the bulk of my videos are going to be me driving through smaller communities like this one. I'm not a big city person by no means. And honestly, I think I'm right back in Fairmont, Indiana. I think I'm right back here in Fairmont. This is my first time in Fairmont. I've never been here ever before. This is my very first time. So for those of you that never been here in Fairmont and this is your first time looking at Fairmont, this is my first time looking at Fairmont. I mean, I've driven through it plenty of times, but I never had any reason to drive through it like I'm driving through it right now.